lead her down the back stairs of the inn and out into the alleyway between the buildings. Normally traveled by the inn staff and other traders providing food and supplies during the daytime, it was now completely deserted. In the fading sunlight, it was also almost completely dark out. She could hear the man she had wounded complaining as the rest of the group hurried to their destination. Even in the darkness, Amelia could tell they were headed to the warehouse district, where she had earlier spent the day talking to traders. "In here," one of the men ordered, as they reached one of the large structures that acted as collection points for the goods traded in Freeport. As she passed through the doorway, she entered a small room, lit by a single candle on a small table. Next to the table was a stark wooden chair, barren of any padding. One of the men placed her next to the chair. "Sit," he instructed as he pointed at the chair. Doing as instructed, she sat quietly, waiting for their next move. "Ah, Lady Amelia, so good to see you again," a voice in the darkness finally announced. As she watched, she saw the familiar form of the master of House Drakon appear before her.
"Master Tantalus, have you lost your mind? My men will have your head when they return to find me missing,"
Amelia declared as she started to rise. The man standing behind her placed a firm hand on her shoulder, stopping her progress and motioning for her to sit once more. "Ah, yes. I am afraid your men ran into a nasty incident at the Siren's Song. Apparently involved in a drunken brawl, I hear. Both quite dead, I am afraid. Put up a considerable fight. They will be missed. It is so hard to find good men these days," he said sarcastically. The statement drove a bolt of pain right through Amelia's heart as she considered the death of the two. She had become quite fond of them as they traveled, both hand-picked from her brother's personal guard to ensure her safety. She expected that Tantalus had lost twice their number in the attack, something that seemed to trouble the man not at all.
"What is this about?"
she asked sternly as she recovered her composure. "Power, wealth, what else would it be?" he replied lightly.
"My brother will ransom me, that is true, but what will be the cost to you in the end?"
Amelia replied, insinuating the vengeance the king would inflict on her kidnapper. "Ransom? Oh no, my dear lady, this is far more audacious than a mere kidnapping. You are a pawn in a power play for the rule of kingdoms. But fear not, you have great value," Tantalus replied with a flourish. "How?" Amelia asked, not happy where this was going. "Once your brother is dead, his daughter will be married off to Prince Renfeld of Windfall, who will then be master of both lands. Should she resist, or, worse yet, succumb to some unfortunate accident, then you could marry the fine prince, ensuring his rule. If all goes well, then maybe we shall find happiness together." "Never," Amelia replied in disgust. "Ah, I suspected as much. However, I hear you have a lovely daughter as well. Perhaps she could marry me."
"Over my dead body,"
Amelia spat. "Let us hope not," Tantalus retorted as he motioned to his men to take her away. Chapter 1. Alex Rogers stood at the window of the castle's keep, overlooking the bay. As the newly appointed Lord Protector for the city of Windfall, it was his responsibility to ensure the safety of its people and the ships that came to trade here. As he watched the activity on the wharfs below him, he marveled at the changes in his life. "Sire, do you require anything more?" asked his personal steward as he placed an ornate silver tray on the small table nearby. He noted the teapot and pastries that had become his daily midday reward. He sighed. What he wouldn't do for a pot of coffee. "Not for the moment, thank you," Alex replied as he waved the man out the open doorway. Hardly more than a few months ago, he had been a successful engineer in a prestigious Seattle engineering firm. He had been responsible for hundreds of millions of dollars worth of construction projects worldwide. His technical expertise was sought by peers and competitors alike. Then he had fallen into a sinkhole while hiking in the forest and found himself transported into a world straight out of his imagination. Literally dropped into the heat of battle, he had been fighting for his life ever since. Standing next to